Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in any part of the world, and happy Sunday. My name is Henry Onowale. Thank you for joining today's section of our daily book reading, where on AI ethics, AI governance, and responsible AI. As you all know, we spend 30 minutes of our time every day to read some of the books that we have selected for our AI book reading. And the one we are currently reading right now is titled, is actually an official guide for a certification that is coordinated by International Association of Privacy Professionals. And the name of that certification is Artificial Intelligence Governance Professional. And the author of this unofficial guide is Nicole Joy Elmgart. She's actually a member of the association. Okay, last time we ended at page 39, and we're going to continue from that page. For those that are joining us, my name is Henry Onowale. We selected four books with major emphasis on AI ethics, AI governance, and responsible AI. The demand is to complete the reading of those books by the end of the year. So far, we have completed two books. One is AI Governance, a Primer, and the author is Edward Aden. And the second one is also AI Governance by Dr. Daryl J. Carlton. And the full title of the book is Adopting AI Policy and Ethics Through Principles and Assessment, or Applying AI Ethics and Policy Through Principle and Assessment. And the author is Dr. Daryl J. Carlton. Okay, let's kick it off. Today, we're looking at requirement for human supervision of algorithmic systems, GDPR articles and reciters on pseudonymization and anonymization. The regulation provides for pseudonymization as a recommended measure, reflecting its utility in safeguarding data while allowing for analytical flexibility in AI. Article 35 underscores the importance of assessing the impact of such processing activities, particularly when they involve sensitive data or systemic monitoring. The AI benefit and challenge. AI system benefit enormously from these techniques due to their capacity to process and learn from vast data sets. The challenges arises in maintaining the utility of the data while respecting and upholding the GDPR principle. Pseudonymization can, to some extent, help reconcile the need for data quality with privacy protection. Anonymized data sets, on the other hand, offer a higher level of privacy assurance, but at the cost of potentially diminishing the richness of the data available to AI systems. Operational consideration for organization. Organization are tasked with a complex decision of when and how to implement pseudonymization or anonymization. The choice influences not only compliance with GDPR, but also the functionality and intelligence of AI systems. Ideal outcomes are achieved when systems are successful and goals are met without relying on personal information, adhering to the privacy by design framework. Technological tools for pseudonymization and anonymization. For those that are joining, we are currently reading a book that is actually an official guide for taking Artificial Intelligence Governance Professional. The acronym is AIGP, and the association that coordinates this certification is called International Association of Privacy Professionals. And the author is Nicole Joy Elmgart. You can actually get a copy of this book. As you all know, At the beginning of this year, we selected 4 books from our bucket list of AI ethics, AI governance, and responsible AI. We've completed 2 of the book, and this is the 3rd one that we are currently reading. And right now we're in page 39. Then right now we're looking at the concept of pseudonymization and anonymization. When pseudonymization and anonymization are actually technical concepts that are integrated during data privacy. Like when you're building an AI application and you want the users of the AI application, you want their personal information, their confidential information to be protected. The one way of protecting confidential, let us assume you are chatting with a chatbot and the chatbot requested for your social security number, your account number. These are actually personal identifying information or confidential information. And you do not want the chatbot to have access to this confidential information. You can actually integrate a concept which is called anonymization, pseudonymization, where the personal information is being encrypted or is being marked or protected in such a way that that personal information is not leaked to the public domain. Then there's what we call data leakage. Then the process of not protecting those confidential information could lead to data leakage or data privacy intrusion or invasion. Okay, I just want to provide a little clarity for those that are joining us. Okay, let's continue. Operational consideration. The AI benefit and challenge. AI system benefit enormously from these techniques due to the capacity to process and learn from vast data sets. The challenge arises in maintaining the utility of the data while respecting and upholding the GDPR principles. Pseudonymization can, to some extent, help reconcile the need for data utility with privacy protection. Anonymized data, on the other hand, offer a higher level of privacy assurance, but at the cost of potentially diminishing the richness of the data available to AI systems. Operational consideration for organization. Organization are tasked with a complex decision of when and how to implement pseudonymization or anonymization. The choice influences not only compliance with GDPR, but also the functionality and intelligence of AI systems. Ideal outcomes are achieved when systems are successful and goals are met without relying on personal information, adhering to the privacy by design framework. Technological tools for pseudonymization and anonymization. Adopting privacy-enhancing technology. Then the technology that is used for incorporating pseudonymization and anonymization are called or referred to as privacy-enhancing technologies, which the acronym is PETS, P-E-T-S. To achieve the goal can be challenging. While technologies like differential privacy offer robust privacy guarantee, they may restrict the type of queries that can be run against the data. Homophobic encryption, a promising field, is not yet matured enough for widespread application at scale. These PETs offer focused solutions tailored to specific use cases such as secure multi-party corruption, which is suitable for simple arithmetic operation, but can become computationally intensive for more complex calculation. Striking a balance. Organizations need to navigate the trade-off between privacy protection and the operational utility of AI systems. This involves a strategic approach where the cost and benefit are carefully weighed, considering both the technological capabilities and the requirements of the GDPR. Summary. Effective use of pseudonymization and anonymization is a scalable endeavor in AI requiring dynamic and robust privacy and security control. Such measures ensure GDPR compliance and foster trust while enabling AI systems to evolve and deliver their intended benefit without compromising individual privacy. Okay, we're in page 40, section 3.3, Understanding Liability Reform. The section covers the following KPI: awareness of the reform of EU product liability law. 2. Understand the basics of the AI Product Liability Directive. Awareness of U.S. federal agency involvement. Awareness of the reform of EU Product Liability Law. Liability reform for AI. To craft effective AI governance and risk management program, organizations need to stay abreast of the evolving legal landscape regarding AI liability. Governance professionals must understand how regulators are approaching AI liability to ensure programs remain adaptive to the shifting sound of AI regulation and laws. Product liability law. Product liability law traditionally hold economic actors such as retailers, distributors, and manufacturers accountable for any harm their product may cause. There are two primary liability regimes. One is fault liability regime. Harm must be linked to an action or inaction by the product maker, like non-compliance with safety laws or negligence. Street liability regime, also known as no-fault regime, where the victim must only prove the product was defective and caused harm. AI and product liability. Current product liability laws did not foresee AI, leading to uncertainty in applying this framework to AI. Challenges include difficulty in attributing harm due to AI autonomous and evolving nature. Machine learning systems which learn and apply patterns autonomously complicates liability attribution. The complex technical nature of AI, particularly advanced systems using deep learning and neural network, can be opaque and difficult for engineers, developers, and legal entities to interpret and explain. The AI Product Liability Directive. The EU liability reform. In September 2022, the EU published two proposals aimed at facilitating the process for victims of AI-induced harm to establish liability and receive compensation. Reform Product Liability Directive introduces AI, software, and digital products into a strict liability regime where victims must link harm directly to defective AI products. 2. AI Liability Directive focuses on a fault liability regime, reinforcing the EU AI Act and empowering courts to order evidence disclosure and establish presumptions about AI-induced harm linked to non-compliance with laws. This proposal, which are still under negotiation, aim to provide clear legal avenue for AI-related claims. Awareness of U.S. federal agency involvement. EO 14091, issued by President Biden, focus on promoting equity and fairness in federal policies and programs with implication for AI development and deployment. It calls for federal agencies to identify and address barriers to equity in their practices, emphasizing the importance of diversity, inclusion, and non-discrimination. The executive order requires agencies to ensure their AI systems do not propagate biases or unfair processes. Key aspect of E014091 in AI governance: equity and fairness. Federal agencies must ensure their AI systems do not result in discrimination or unfair outcomes. Review and reform. Agencies are required to review the policies and programs to identify and eliminate inequities, which may involve reevaluating their use of AI system. Transparency and accountability. Agencies must be transparent in their use of AI and accountable for any outcome that impacts equity and fairness. Public participation. The order encourages public involvement in decision-making processes, allowing stakeholders to provide input on AI-related policies and practices. Overall, E0-14091 emphasize the role of federal agency in promoting ethical AI practices, focusing on equity, fairness, and accountability. It influences how agencies design, deploy, and use AI systems, ensuring they align with broader equity goals and do not perpetuate biases or discrimination. U.S. reliability reform. In the U.S., product liability laws are state-specific, but 3 types of claim are broadly recognized. Strict liability. Harm must be proven to have been caused by a defective product, negligence. Harm resulting from the product maker's failure to exercise due care. Breach of warranty. Harm due to unmet product promises. U.S. courts are starting to apply this principle in AI-related cases. However, it is still undermined how AI systems and services will be defined and classified under U.S. product liability laws. Cases such as Rogers versus Christie and Connecticut Fair Housing Association versus CoreLogic Rental Property Solution are testing these boundaries. The White House has also published an AI Bill of Rights blueprint with guidance from the FTC, which is Federal Trade Commission, and FDA, and the NIST Risk Management Framework. Federal directives like Executive Order 14091 emphasize the necessity to eliminate bias in AI design and use. As the legal framework evolves, organizations are increasingly at risk of litigation and may be compelled to compensate for dangers and disclosure details about their AI system. Page 42. Definition: automated decision-making, AI governance, conformance assessment, oversight. Summary: the legal framework for AI liability is rapidly evolving. Regulators and courts acknowledge the pressing need to address AI liability. Organizations involved in developing AI or embedding AI in products must be diligent in testing and monitoring this system, akin to any other products. Okay, this is time for question and answer. The question is actually in the multi-choice format. Domain 3 sample question. What is the primary purpose of the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, with respect to AI? Option A, to establish rules for protecting personal data and regulate automated decision-making, to create a standard framework for developing AI models, to ensure AI systems are transparent and explainable. That is C. D, to promote the development of AI technologies across Europe. What is the answer? My own answer is A, to establish rules for protecting personal data and regular automated decision-making. My answer is A. Question 2. Which of the following laws focuses on consumer rights and require companies to disclose how they use personal information in AI system? A. California Consumer Privacy Act, CCPA, General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, Omnibus U.S. State Privacy Law. D. California Privacy Rights Act, CPRA. My answer is A. California Consumer Privacy Act, CCPA. Question 3, which is the last question. What does conformity assessment in the context of AI laws refer to? What does conformance assessment in the context of AI laws refer to? A. The process of evaluating whether AI systems comply with applicable standard and regulation. The method used to develop AI systems that ensure compatibility across platforms. The techniques for assessing the performance of AI model against set benchmark. The approach and to test AI system for security vulnerability. My answer is A. The process of evaluating whether AI system comply with applicable standard and regulations. Okay, let's double check our answers. 1 is A, 2 is A, 3 is A. Wow, I got it right. Okay, let's move to the next page. Okay, let me know if you have anything to share. Please, do you mind putting it in the comment section? Do you have a specific question? What are you learning from the 30-minute book reading on our AI governance and our AI ethics daily book reading? Let me know if you have any question. Do you have an interest in artificial intelligence? Do you have, how do you plan to use artificial intelligence technology? What is your fear about artificial intelligence? Do you have any specific question? Please do not hesitate to put it in the comment section. Okay, let's continue. Existing and emerging AI laws and standards. In this chapter, you will learn about the existing and emerging laws and standards governing AI. It focuses on the regulatory framework surrounding AI, including data protection, privacy, and safety regulation. By the end of this chapter, you will have a comprehensive understanding of the legal landscape and how it impacts AI governance. The chapter is organized into 3 sections, which tie to the domain 4 core competence and accompanied by relevant KPI. KPI simply means key performance indicators. Domain 4 core competencies. Understanding the requirement of the EU AI Act. Understand the emerging global laws, understanding the similarities and differences among the major risk management framework and standard. Section 4.1, understanding the requirement of the EU. The section covers the following KPI and address understanding. The classification framework of AI system prohibited high rates, limited rates, low rates. Requirement for high rate system and foundation models. Notification requirement, customer and national authorities. The enforcement framework and penalties for non-compliance. Procedures for testing innovative AI and comparison for research. Transparency requirement, that is registration database. The EU AI Act embodies a risk-based regulatory approach distinguishing different levels of risks associated with AI system and implementing correspondingly stringent controls. Its broad remit is expected to assert global influence, akin to the GDPR sway over personal data processing. The acts, page 44. The Act resonates with the OECD principle, providing clarity in distinguishing sophisticated AI systems from simpler software technology. Jurisdictional scope. The Act extends to all AI systems placed in or used within the EU market, irrespective of the provider location, ensuring international reach in its application. Strategic intent of the Act. The Act's primary objectives are multifaceted: to assert comprehensive regulatory control over AI systems, to preempt and mitigate potential adverse impact linked to AI deployment, to ensure that AI systems in operation align with core EU values and uphold fundamental rights, to foster legal certainty, thereby stimulating investment and fostering innovation within the AI sector, to guarantee that the deployment of AI within organizations concur with the EU foundational values and respect individual rights, thus shielding users from potential harm, to equip organizations with a stable legal foundation for the current and future deployment of AI technologies. Distinctions between providers and deployers. Providers are entities engaged in the development, marketing, or servicing of AI systems. They are chiefly responsible for ensuring regulatory compliance. Deployers encompass organizations and individuals employing AI systems for designated purposes. An AI system is deemed to be under the deployer's authority unless utilized for personal, non-professional use. These deployers are often referred to as users. Applicability and exemption. The Act imposes obligations on all AI providers and users located within EU member states. Non-EU provider distributing AI products intended for use within the EU. Operators outside the EU producing output designated for consumption within the EU. The Act exempts AI application within military context, research and development environment, activities of public authorities under international agreement for law enforcement or judicial cooperation, non-professional personal use, and in certain cases, open source AI. Risk-based legislative framework. The Act delineates AI system into 4 risk categories. Unacceptable risks. Certain AI practices such as intrusive surveillance or manipulative technology that subvert individual autonomy are outrightly banned. High risk encompasses AI applications that pose significant threat to safety or fundamental rights, necessitating rigorous conformity assessment and adherence to specific regulatory articles within the Act. 3. Limited risks. Prescribe transparency requirement mandating clear disclosure when page 45, when individuals interact with AI. Then lastly, minimal or no risks. Minimal or no risks include AI system like spam filter or AI-aided video games where self-regulation through code of conduct may be encouraged. And this brings us to the end of our daily book reading. We just look at the EU AI risk-based legislative framework, which is divided into 4. The first one is unacceptable risks. The second one is the high risks. The third one is limited risks. And the fourth one is minimal or no risks. These are the 4 categories of AI risks that are designed or put forward by the AI EU Act. And today we end today's book reading at page 45. Thank you so much for joining our daily book reading. If you have any question, please do not hesitate to reach out to me or DM me or put a message in the comment section if you have a specific question. Probably you are interested in pursuing a career in artificial intelligence. You can reach out to me, or you want to have some AI certification. Those are some of the services I provide. Or you are actually representing an organization. You want some form of AI consulting for your organization, maybe in terms of implementing AI strategy or in the process of ensuring that your organization is AI ready, and which is actually performed through what we call the AI readiness assessment. Then whichever form of consulting that you guys required, maybe from an organizational perspective or from an individual need, you can always reach out to me. I'm an AI expert and AI strategist, a responsible AI expert with a lot of experience. There's a lot of things we're actually working on, and I believe in the next 2-3 weeks, definitely I'll be announcing some of them. As you all know, I usually also engage in a daily teaching series on our AI ethics. Then hopefully today I will have some time so that I can continue our daily teaching series on AI ethics. Okay, thank you so much for joining. We're approaching a new week. One thing you need to know, nothing change except you make a change. Nothing change except you make a change. Where do you make a change? A change in your daily routine, a change in your daily input. If you are expecting something, you have a desire for something, you need to understand what is the requirement, what is needed to actually achieve that goal, or to achieve that dream, or to actualize a particular dream or a particular milestone. There is an input that is required from you. Then just they said, the output determines the input. Don't expect anything if there is no level of effort towards what you desire or towards what you are pursuing. Then when you want to achieve something, you need to set achievable goals. You need to set up some daily agenda of what you need to do on a daily basis. Just like me, someone like me, I want to be so immersed with the knowledge and understanding of artificial intelligence. Then every day I spend my time not just engaging in this 30-minute book reading, but I also engage myself in live AI project. In about a month or 2 months, you guys will start seeing them on my Instagram page and also on my LinkedIn for those that are following me. Yeah, I'm working on, every day I work on AI project. Every day I read AI. Every day I spend hours, sometimes 3 hours, sometimes 5 hours, sometimes 8 hours, depending on my availability with my daily job. You understand? Then if you want to get the best of 2025, or you want to change something about your source of income, your revenue generation, you need to start something. You want to see a difference in 2026. Maybe 2025 could be the year for what? For investing into your time, investing into your skill, putting effort towards that goal, towards that dream, towards that business, towards that career. Then whatever you want to change in your life is not going to happen until you act. There must be an action, a corresponding action. Non-corresponding action, don't expect anything. Don't expect an output. Don't expect a result. There must be an action. An action is that critical element or that catalyst that brings about the change that you desire. That is my word for you today. Thank you for joining. Please endeavor to share this live with your friends, with your family, on all your active social media, and your colleagues at work. My name remains Henry Onowole, your AI enthusiast, your AI strategist, your AI expert, your responsible AI expert, and your AI governance expert. Do have a great day and talk to you guys soon. Bye.